I got a lot of stuff in front of me because the brushes I washed day before yesterday, they're sitting in front of me. The brushes I washed yesterday, they're sitting in front of me. I didn't put anything away. And I just realized like a few moments ago that I did not even brush my hair. So I have both of my brushes here. The two that live on my pony wall. Because of course I have two in the bathroom. I have one in my car. So we're going to put away some brushes. We'll do the intro. We are going to do the patches again. The beauty bio patches. Excuse me. We're going to be doing a 1950s period makeup look. And we're going to be using our Natasha Denona Hey Janet Retro Glam palette. Is there like that weird shine thing? Excuse me, y'all, for a second. I did clean it already, so I don't know why. Okay, I took that away. So we're going to be using the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette for that. And I didn't bring my laptop to look at the thumbnail, so I looked at the thumbnail on Canva to see like what the features were of 1950s makeup, and they had a full brow, a high arched brow, strong blush and contour with high blush placement, dewy eyeshadow, mascara, a full lined lip, and a coral lipstick. I don't have a coral lipstick. I'm thinking the Humbango Red might have did well for that, but I don't have that one anymore. I just have the orange one. So I did look up how to sanitize cream makeup, and it did just say spray it with alcohol or makeup sanitizer spray, which I have. And so I did spray it. So this has been laid open since then, because of course it being a cream, it says keep it open until it's fully dry. Otherwise, it may become susceptible to mold. So that's been sitting there. I don't know. I'm not going to use that again today, but I'm going to probably use like a Acai Sky or Watermelon Bliss, since it was a bold blush and bold contour, even though that was really bold using it yesterday. Hey, Tanya. So now I'm wondering, like, do I want to do all that again? That's what I am wondering. Do I want to do all that again? No. Even though that was like super quick when we did that yesterday, which surprised me. And I don't think I was talking as much as I am like right now. So right now I'm just putting away some of these brushes because I should have left them in the kitchen where I have them for drying instead of putting them here just to be in my way for this video. So yeah, I'm going to finish laying, and of course I'm going to keep some out that I think I'm actually going to use. Okay. All right, I think that'll do it. So, hello again and welcome. My name is, I don't see an ask. Let me toggle. Yeah, I don't see an ask. So, for those who popped in, because I saw the number jumped up, we're using a Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette today. We're going to be doing a 1950s makeup look. And so we're going to be using this, put this in the kitchen. So we're not going to use that palette. Right now, though, we're going to put on these patches, do the brows, do the intro, and then we are going to jump into this look. I am thinking it's going to be fairly simple. I'll use this one. I've been feeling like most of these period makeup looks have been like pretty much the same, and a lot of stuff didn't change. Are these dry? Put it on and see. They feel moist. Hello again and welcome. Hey Grace, you're in a meeting, so you can. Okay, we are a multitasking bunch here. We definitely be doing lots of stuff. Thank you for the makeup brush, Grace. Hello again and welcome. Hey CM, my name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll. Thank you for the floaty guard. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? Crazy concept. Just be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique because that's what somebody's telling you in whatever video you're watching. I'm here to tell you, wear what you want to wear. Hey, Haywood. Wear what you want to wear. Use whatever tools you want to, whatever techniques to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here, baby, here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, never feeling like we have to. Just love yourself for who you are and how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Because I'm gonna tell you something, my strolls are freaking amazing, like for real. Even when we ain't brush our hair yet. Um, So if this is your first time, that was such a silly laugh, but I am silly, right? Yeah. Um, brows. What was I saying? Two things about me. That this isn't what I was saying though. Two things about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. Yeah, my boot thing came and I got all thrown off. Two things about me. I curse sometimes because I curse sometimes. What is this? And there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch during videos. I try to be aware of him to say excuse me. If you hear something and I don't say excuse me or excuse Bruce, please forgive us ahead of time. You're looking me. You know the ways to my heart. I got up today the same time I got up yesterday, but I felt well rested today. I only had one scam call that woke me up when my phone rang. But other than that, I slept good. So I did actually scarf down my breakfast and some short, which is my usual oatmeal with Vietnamese cinnamon. So Bruce probably will make an appearance. So I am feeling really good today. Y'all, last night, what was I watching? The Skeleton Key on YouTube, which I've seen probably like 17 times before. And I fell asleep. And I'm like, damn it. So, and it was only maybe like 30 minutes. And then I'm like, man. So I didn't get sleepy again until like 7 in the morning off of a 30-minute nap. So I really thought it was going to be rough today, but I actually slept really well. So I don't know what was going on yesterday. It's been raining really hard here too. Sounds like it was raining going up, like in the Forrest Gump movie when he was in the war. So sometimes the rain was coming up the ground. And so I did check on something. Analytics shows us, if we know where to look for it, the age range of who's watching us. The lowest age range is 13 to 17 years old. And it says 0. There's 0 people 13 to 17 years old are watching me. And I know there's been some minor concerns with young kids, meaning like saying that they're like 10 or whatever like that, coming in here. So I don't know if YouTube is just not recognizing them, even though the lowest is 13 to 17. I don't know if YouTube is recognizing them or not, or if they're being deceptive, or if they're on somebody else's YouTube account. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know which it is, and I'm not going to restrict all my lives and videos. And so if there are youngsters in here, then they will just be here. Yeah, but I did check on that. Surprisingly, I don't know why I'm surprised though. Surprisingly, the highest age range that watches me, the ones that have the most people watching me, are like 65 and up. And I'm like, so I thought that was strange because it used to be like 24 to 30 something. And so I was really surprised that the highest number was like 65, that range, because I know I don't do my makeup the way most 56-year-olds wear their makeup. So I often think, okay, I'm the only one that's my age that's wearing makeup the way I do. And so that really surprised me. And it's like a third of my viewers are men. So I'm just like, but then also we know people, if it's a live stream, you know, they scroll, they might pause a few seconds and keep it moving. And so that doesn't mean that any of these people are really watching. But I found it very interesting. I saw your comment, Janet. Thank you. I'm at the phase now with my overplucked brows that I do just pluck like strays, as you see. Never had enough data for those to populate from. They will. You will. And I only looked because I knew that it was like a minor concern. Because y'all know, sometimes y'all, and it's me, the conversation just goes to the left, which is another part of my life. And then sometimes I'm just going off and using a lot of foul language, but it's like, okay, for whatever reason that they're here or how they're here, is that on me? You know what I mean? So that is that. And then I was wondering, like, kids can have YouTube channels, and they do say, you know, make sure you monitor it, you know, your kids' channels and blah, blah, blah. And so if they know that there's younger people than 13 making videos, then why not have like that lower age range? You know what I mean? And so I was just kind of like, I'd be like about a lot of things. So y'all want to hear something funny? Remember last night when I was talking about, they said a high arch brow. Last night when I was saying how, when I was talking about, you know, sometimes they ask me to do a presentation, and that particular educational thing is the first Friday of every month. Remember I told y'all that last night? Hey, DJ H, how are you? Well, I'm toggling. I have a text message asking if I can do the presentation tomorrow night. And I'm just like, I didn't answer yet. They're like, girl, that is not an arch brow, that's a triangle. And I'm just like, what? And every now and then they do ask me, like, if a person that normally does it is like away for the, you know, going away for like a long weekend or something like that. Alexandria, oh my gosh, I hate dusting. Can you come dust my furniture? It is so bad that when I do dust, it looks like I have new furniture. It really does. Because not dusting is like a small level of gray over everything. And yeah, that is a triangle, Justin. I know. And I just hate dusting, and it goes back to childhood. I was traumatized with all the dusting and the way that, you know, we had the dust. I am really, when he said a strong arch brow, I just hate dusting. And because I don't dust often, y'all, and it takes me less than 10 minutes to dust my entire apartment. Like, it doesn't take long at all. But it's such a layer of dust that when I use my Swiffer, what the hell am I doing? When I use my Swiffer, it doesn't even work. Like, the dust is too thick for the Swiffer to even work. Did I miss somebody? Mabel? Oh, hey, Mabel. Thank you. It's oh, man. Yo, we going crazy today with these brows. And the shade of this says dark black, or does it say deep black? It says deep black, but on my skin, y'all, this looks reddish brown. So I'm just like, this is not black for me. It's almost black where I have hair, but still it's not like a deep black. Let me stop frowning since I'm doing my high arch brow. This is looking crazy. Yes, Jagger lid. Oh gosh. I feel like I'm doing a troll play look. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I've been conserving gas, and I am working a half shift on Sunday. And I know I have enough gas to get there and back. Because when I go to do the presentations, there's no stipend for that. Like, that's just completely for the love of the community. Your trusted process is on you. And so I'm just like, do I want to? Because it takes me $40, roundabout $40, depending on what gas levels cost that day. But it takes me, I would say, anywhere between like $33 and $40 round trip gas and tolls to get there and back. And so I'm just like, do I want to just put out more money for gas and tolls? And what the fuck is this? Hey, Jaslyn. Um, and the person who asked me is the one that I asked if I can do another makeup class, y'all. And they told me they would think about it. And that was like 2 months ago. They never answered me. And so I'm just like, should I be like, yeah, oh, and by the way, like, yeah, I'll do the presentation tomorrow. And by the way, can I do that makeup class? And y'all know darn well their brows was not this thick in the 50s. This is looking crazy. But the thing is, I know it's looking crazy. That's the thing. I ain't walking around like, girl, my brows is on fleek. Hey, Glenn. I'm trying to do a high arch brow. It was rounded before I started doing this. And we're actually going to leave them short. We're doing a 1950s look, and they had high arch brows back then, but it wasn't like a triangle like I did. And so, believe it or not, I do kind of know what I'm going for here. Hey, Glenna, how are you? Oh, that was you that said that. I read the comment, but I didn't look at the name. Hey, Glenna. You should see some of my other looks. Glenna, this is what you should do. I have a playlist called Troll Play, and that's where like the fun makeup looks are, where I do like full face paint for some of them, and I do just like really just graphic stuff all over. So I think you should take a look at that, because you're going to be like, okay, yeah, she do be doing some wild shit. And this is over here. This was in here. Oh my gosh. And them brows were not this darn thick. It's a choice time. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Mary, how are you? I'm trying to think, like, what do I want to do about it? Part of me is like, just freaking leave it and just be like, okay, we have severely exaggerated brows. But for all of my other period makeup looks, like, it was close to the look. So this will be like, girl. And y'all know I like doing wacky stuff. That's why I'm sitting here laughing. I'm looking at it like, yeah, we just doing what we do here. This one did have a little bit of fluid left, which is good. And we still are going to put on our eye cream under here as usual, because keep my under eye and my wrinkles well hydrated. Keep my wrinkles happy. The more you work with, absolutely. And that's what happened. Well, part of what happened, other than me drawing a triangle in the beginning. Like, you really thought it wasn't like a triangle when you literally drew a triangle. All right, face stuff. All right, what are we doing? Okay. Yeah, so while I'm doing other stuff, I'm thinking of what am I going to do with it, or just leave it. But I do want to do something else to it. I just don't know what right now. Because if I wipe this under here, you're going to see my actual brow hair, at least where I have brow hair. So that means taking away some from up here. And so that's probably what we're going to do. And we started out with a bang today, y'all. Started out with a bang. So I need to figure out, oh, remember I told y'all 2 Amazon deliveries came, and for some reason I thought they were in the same box, even though I got 2 different order confirmations, because sometimes they split up your order. Well, it said that they were both in my mailbox. And I told y'all that Makeup for Everything was sitting downstairs. And so I went out, and it was like still 46, like after the live stream. And so I went and picked up that box from downstairs, drove to the mailbox. It was only one Amazon package in my mailbox. Because I had ordered also, I didn't even bring one here. I ordered jars to put that loose glitter in from Mayron. That was one order. The other order, the one that wasn't in my box, was the toothpaste. So I'm just like, but I'm still like, I still have enough, and it helps that I'm using an electric toothbrush, because you just need just like a little tiny bit. But I'm like, that would be the one that I don't get, is the one that I really want. And so I think I'm go over there and see what number mailbox is underneath mine, because Janessa sent me something. This was months ago. I watched the doc on the Rise and Fall Max Factor. Very interesting. I do remember the name. I don't remember if I had anything from them. Eons ago, they said when Janessa had sent me something, and it said it was in the lockbox, but the key, they put the lockbox key in your mailbox. I didn't have it, so I'm just like, where's this at? And one day I just happened to be out there when the postal person was out there. And I said, it's saying there's a key in my box and it's not. And he had all the things open because we have our individual key. But the postal person, their key opens like the whole panel. So they can just look at the number and just put the mail in instead of opening each one individually. And the mailbox underneath mine was jam-packed. Stuff was overflowing. And I saw the key. And I'm like, oh, that's the key. And so... So it wasn't the one beneath me, and I don't know what number it was. I asked my neighbor. Don't I usually do this after foundation? I don't know. No, I don't. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Thank you, Jocelyn. I gotta do something with these brows, though. But it wouldn't be, weird for me to keep them that way, because I'll be doing some weird stuff sometimes. But I don't remember what apartment number that is, because I would just put like a sticky note on their door, like, hey, can you check and see if my package is in your mailbox? But it's just weird that like one package was and one wasn't, because it's not a large package. And if it didn't fit in the box with the other one, they would have put it in the lock box, unless both the boxes are full, because there's only 2 boxes. So I don't know. And whoever it is, they don't check their box often, because it was overflowing. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And so I'm going to do that, and also probably just go buy a travel size toothpaste, because I don't want to buy a full tube, because the pack I ordered was a 4-pack. And so I'm like, I don't need once I get that box, I don't need like another whole full tube. And I did check with my neighbor to see what's her box underneath mine. And she said hers is above mine. And so I don't know. I need to see whose number that is. And that doesn't even mean it's in there. It could be in somebody else's box. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on with that. But I'm just like, man, the one that I'm looking for is not even in there. So I did transfer the loose glitter into the jars. And, of course, hi, my name is Dion. I'm a Libra whore. And I did... put labels on it, of course. So when I get done with this, I'm gonna look and see like how much gas is in my vehicle, because I do like doing the presentations. It is a lot of fun. I just don't know if I want to spend like up to $40 gas and tolls to go down there and come back, especially when I'm working on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So okay, I'm not done with this up here, y'all. And I know it's still kind of like, I kind of think, the brow pencil moved in the sense that it's like over here. Y'all like, girl. And there is an easier way to fix this, like for real. But y'all know me, I just be making up stuff and doing stuff. I do actually think that's okay, though. Just need to leave it alone. We're going to leave that like that. Everything is fixable, at least to a way that we're content with it. So, I'm going to put more of this one on top of foundation. Excuse me, pretty girl. Excuse me. Whew, that was a Janessa belch. Damn, man, a hiccup. Go, girl. Bruce, you are showing out. I did really like scarf down my oatmeal, though. I remember one time, who was it that asked me that? Skinny Queen. Where's Skinny Queen been at lately? I just realized like she hasn't been here. I hope she's okay. She had asked me, she said, is it just me or do you hiccup more in live streams than in your videos? And I said, you know what? I do. And it's usually because I scarf down, you know, my breakfast or I'm guzzling water like right before. But I never thought about it. She was like, is it me or... You know, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, actually, you're right. You are absolutely right. Oh, boy. This is the Fashion Fair. Said at least truly 20 powder. It's all in the air. Yo, I am feeling so goofy tonight. Oh, man. When I'm well rested, I do, it does seem to me like I am like more silly. Because I just feel good. Good sleep is underestimated. I'm gonna put this on the rest of the face. We're gonna go over like the top of that arch, that triangle brow, that circus brow. I like the color consistency of this one. This one I can see there is faded like right there. So I don't know if I'm gonna do anything about it or not. That's always the question. Do I just leave it or do I do something? Because there's something could always make it worse. Woo, look at all this powder. Some of y'all probably like, girl, get you a pressed powder. Because you be wasting powder. And I do have a powder puff over here. So I actually could just use a powder puff with this powder. Which would deposit too much, but then just go back and just use a brush to take off the excess, which is what some people do. All right. Oh, man. This is like $2 worth of powder. Ooh, have y'all seen The Skeleton Key? Do y'all like that movie? I have a tendency, if I like a movie and I'm like multitasking, I'll just put it on again. Because I know I don't feel like I need to sit and watch it as if it was something I've never seen before. Looks fine now, says Jenna. Thank you. What up now? I am, and actually, this is just above my hairline. I'm not going to do a lot, y'all. Just a few. Yeah, that's it. That's it. For face stuff. Damn. I didn't even bring out. Okay, with a strong contour, a strong brow. Strong contour, strong blush. So we're going to take Deep Level 11 and Watermelon Bliss. Deep Level 11. Did y'all see the Skeleton Key? Another question is, did y'all see the new Hung Vango? I don't know if they're lip oils, lip tints, lip glosses, or whatever. Did y'all see those? I am not tempted. Now, if he did a black liquid lipstick, for sure. FASHO, for sure. I would get one. They do look pretty, though. So this is me just blending it upward. And they say don't put your contour where your natural contour is, because when you blend it, it'll end up down here. And I'm like, not if you blend it upward. But if you just do a brush and go like that, then yeah. And I know I say often, when people say things, like look at what they're doing and figure out like why are they saying what they're saying. Because this is not down here because I'm going upward. And that's why, too, when people are like, you should do this, you should do that. I'm like, personal preference, baby cakes. We do what we want to over here. I don't know what nation you from. The Crazy Troll Nation. We do what we want to do, and we rock it. Just be confident in yourself. Because that's really what it boils down to. You could have the most busted makeup. If you walking around like you the ish, people are going to be like, wow, look at her. That looks nice. And it's weird to me in a way, because if something really is busted, according to my definition of busted, and they're walking around like, I'm going to be like, oh, girl, where's your friends to tell you that don't look good? This is a strong contour, like for And we are going to blend. We're going to put the blush on the top line of this too, so that'll help with that. But y'all, these house slabs, y'all, they blend. Like, look at that. It was harsh like 10 seconds ago. And now it's not. And we do want the sharp line underneath if y'all are saying it's still sharp. That's on purpose. Watermelon Bliss. Never saw Skeleton Key. What's her name? I think it's Kate Hudson. I didn't know till like 10 years ago that she was Goldie Hawn's daughter. I really didn't. And then once I found out, I'm like, oh, okay, now I see it. I'm like, oh, okay. I forget the other main characters. This is Watermelon Bliss because they did a high blush placement, so I don't know if I'm gonna like that, but we're gonna do it. So strong blush, strong contour, high blush placement. It doesn't see. And nothing ain't tapping off. None of the pictures, the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, it doesn't look like they have highlighter on. And it doesn't say anything about highlighter. This is kind of how it looked yesterday using that palette. Wow. Ooh, I like it. It's a, I don't want to say it's a spiritual movie. I think it's classified as a horror movie. But if you like horror movie, Ouija board type stuff, and they don't do Ouija boards, but it's kind of like in that kind of category, then you would like it, I think. That movie I've seen more times than I can count, and the movie Identity I've seen more times than I can count. The movie Frailty I've seen more times than I can count. And if they come on again, you saw Sunset, but it was so forgettable too. Was it? What? Well, I'm not going to say too much in case you didn't watch it, but what I liked about it was the twist. Like how they got more lives. That was different for me from other movies I saw. And I was like, okay, this is different. In person, this is looking really smudged. Particularly on this side, like over here. Are we going to leave it that way? Probably. I still want to do something dewy. We're going to take, I haven't used Mood Light in a while. So we're going to take, we're not going to do a highlighter, so I can put that brush away. Excuse me. Hey, Janessa. Oh, I'm on a clapping silk. Thank you. Janessa, have you seen The Skeleton Key? It's on YouTube for free. When YouTube recommend the movies, that's what I look at. Is it free? Because it's going to come up free somewhere. I have quite a few free streaming apps on my phone. So it's just like, I ain't paying to see this movie. And it's old. I have an eyelash in my eye. Oh, yes. Oh, it's in my eye. There's an eyelash in my eye. Excuse me, this freaks y'all out. It's still in there. I watched it yesterday. It's free here on YouTube, and I've seen it more times than I can count, but I just really like it. And I'm one of them people, if I like a movie, I will watch it again. And I know some people that are like, no, I never do. And I'm like, excuse me for asking. But Scandinavia spray. And then we're gonna get into this look. I was just saying to Tanya, because she said it was forgettable to her. What I liked about it was that twist at the end, like how they got the people's lives, well, their years or whatever. That was interesting to me, because I haven't seen a movie where it had that twist to it. Final Destination has a twist, but you got to kill the person. So I was just like, okay. Inner rooms, we're gonna put a white. I'm late because I finally went to the post. Oh, thank you, Janessa. Man, my Amazon orders yesterday, one was in my mailbox and one wasn't. So I don't know where it is. And it says both of them were delivered in my mailbox yesterday, and only one of them was. And the one that wasn't is the one with the toothpaste. So I'm still And I never paid attention to how the numbers are on the boxes. I don't know if it goes. I wonder if it's top down. Because my neighbor is one number lower than mine. And her box is above mine. So if that's her number. So I think it's the people across the way from me, because each floor has 3 apartments. I'm on this end, and then the middle one is the one that when they first got their dog, I'm like, they must be at work, because like clockwork every day around like 8:45 in the morning, the dog would start barking. Now that dog bark like a big dog, and I'm like, that dog is so little. So it might be them at the other end, because theirs is. I'll figure it out, because if I really just sit and think about it, I can figure out like which apartment number it is. It should be the one right next to me. It should be the one right next to me. That's where I used to live. I was there for 2 years, and then I moved over here. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. But I wasn't using the majority of the space. I'm just like, okay, why am I paying for this space? Yeah, that's the one next to me. I'll put a note on their door. Duh. Yeah, math for me is so hard. I haven't seen that. Janet. What did Janet say? You remember movie? Undertaking Betty. I haven't even heard of that either. Early 20s set in the Wells. That's Christopher Walken in it. And it is so wrong. It is great. I've never heard of that. Undertaking Betty. What genre movie is it? I prefer horror and suspense. Sci-fi sometimes. It just depends. It depends. I like all the Riddick movies just because like he's just eye candy. Comedy, oh y'all wouldn't have seen that. My eyes are tearing. Right. Even though they didn't say anything about inner rims, to me it does look like something on their inner rims. Well, a white particularly, or like a bone color. So that's why I put that there. But it didn't say anything about it though. Next week is 1960s, which was the Twiggy era. And we had to do a Twiggy look in the class. And so if y'all were here for that, when I was coming on and showing you the homework assignment and what my tutor's feedback was, how I felt about her feedback. So we're going to be doing another Twiggy. She was ahead of her time, but I'm glad that it took hold. And I think it's because she was in like the fashion industry and she was a model. So they do, different types of looks for runway and stuff like that. And yeah, so she was a trendsetter in that way. So next week is a Twiggy look. And there were other types of 1960s look, but that's the 60s as far as fashion and makeup. It's all about Twiggy. That was a fun look to do. Because I had to do a cut crease. What I really liked about it is it always looked like she had eyelashes down here, even though she didn't. And so they would either paint it on, or for other looks, they would pinch the bottom lashes together. So it would look like 6 thick eyelashes down there. And it was a really cool look. I thought it was a really cool look. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know. So the eyeshadow look itself is basic. So again, we're using Retro Glam from Natasha Denona. And the eyeshadow looks was just really like they're not there. And it does say it was dewy as well. So I'm not going to make it dewy. Because we had to do a look like that. And they would like put castor oil, like just tap it, but then take pictures quick because it's going to crease because it's oil. Or just take something, I don't want to say like your lip gloss, but like just put something really dewy, but I'm not going to do that. What I will do, I'll probably put this on the center of the lid and just hope that it just shines. And the other thing was either put like castor oil on it. And I don't know why castor oil. Like there's so many different kind of oils. Like I don't know why. Put castor oil on it, they said, or use Vaseline. And I do have Vaseline, so I did do that. But it's just a weird feeling because Vaseline is thick. My brow, I don't know if I'm liking the brows, but we're going to leave them. I was going to do the intro because I'm priming my eye. I did the intro already. Y'all, I didn't take anything out for lunch and dinner today. And I don't know why. Because I did think about it before I went to sleep and I still didn't do it. Shoot. Should I leave a note on my neighbor's door or go knock? I'll leave a note on their door. I'm not going to knock on their door and be like, hey, can you check your mailbox? I think that's a little intrusive. Yeah, I'll just put a note on their box. Everybody here doesn't check their mail every day. I can't say that because I know I don't. Sometimes it might be once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm going out. Like seldom will I go out like last night after the live stream just to check my mail. But I need to put a work order in for my toilet for that sill thing because it's been running a lot more frequently, and it's still only just, you know, maybe 10-15 seconds, but it's been happening more and more and more. You may look that up. I don't really care too much for him. I don't know. What was that Stephen King movie he was in? The Dead Zone or something like that? And I did like it because, you know, I was a Stephen King fan. And I'm not really into comedies because usually, well, y'all know how I am. My fun is like weird shit. And so when something is a comedy, I'll just be like, I'll be like that, that really didn't make me laugh. Yes, Dawn, you have a question. Dawn in school, y'all. She raising her hand because she got a question. Yes, Dawn. What is your question? There's some comedies I just don't find funny. Did y'all know that for the Rush Hour movies, Jackie Chan didn't like none of them? And he said, or they said that he said it was because he didn't get the humor. And that I can understand. And even though he speaks English, we know and we can tell it's not his first language. And so a lot of the jokes and stuff just went over his head. Or Chris Tucker do something, you know, simple and everybody laugh and he's just like, he didn't get it. And I can see that. But, yeah, he didn't like them. And y'all, I love the movie. So it was just like, damn, like this franchise blew up and he's just like, I don't like them. He said he did not like the movies. And so, and that's good sportsmanship too. Like when you, because what did they got up to 3? Did they get up to 4? So you really kept coming back doing these movies and you ain't even like them. I'm glad he did though, because I really like them. So what are we going to do? I think we're going to use an Hourglass number 3 brush. We'll still use this for inner corner because we're not going to use a lot of shades. Their makeup was so minimal. He didn't like it, but he made that money 3 times. Yup. Because some people, if they don't like something, they just won't do it. But he still, you know, for the love of the art, I guess. Take out the Hourglass number 3. And I think I'm going to just use an Hourglass number 3 to start with. So we're going to put that angle brush away. Because also you didn't see a lot of color. So even though if the eye shape, if they had hooded eyelids like me, it still wasn't like color up here. And that's my thing, is that I'd be missing that color up there. And so I'm going to take out this Hourglass brush as well, the number 6, because we'll end up putting color up there. Because to me, this is just too much space to not have nothing. to me. So we're going to take, actually, we're going to take this shade. No, we're not. We're going to, since this is like a there, not there type look, we're going to take Oscar. I'm going to take this one. So all they said about eyeshadow was dewy eyeshadow. Okay. This is pretty. Ooh, do a graphic look with this and a black shadow. That would be nice. That would be subtle and bold at the same time. Is such a thing possible? And I'll be making up stuff. This is a pretty color. I like that color. I use some of the oiling back up. The topic is funny. Betty's husband is cheating on her childhood crush. She owns a funeral home. Wants her to pay her. Because of walk and plays the Undertaker's funeral home competition. Oh my goodness. That does sound funny. I use some of my new pens these night. Rub it in, why don't you? I am out of my crushed red pepper flakes. I'm almost out of my mural of flavor. Don't have no more gift cards. They're not running a sale right now. The minimum for free shipping is $49. So I'm just like all the cards are against me right now with Benzies when I need it most. And not that I need it, because I can still bake stuff. And I have Harissa Fire, which is hot. And I have the black and red. But there's something about them red crushed pepper flakes, boy. Whew. So I do have enough stuff to still make spicy. But since I've been turned on to them crushed red pepper flakes, I'm just like, I gotta have the crushed red pepper flakes. It's just, oh my gosh, they're just so good. Ooh, you know, y'all didn't into the 3rd and Galena. And I do have the 33rd and Galena. I put that in my sauce too. I put like at least 9 to 11 different seasonings in my sauce, like seriously. And I just dump stuff in there. I don't measure anything. Nothing. Cube the pork chop, run the air fryer. That sounds good. Anything with Penzies in the air fryer and an air fryer is gonna be good. Oh, hey, Skinny Queen. I was asking about you earlier. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, where's Skinny Queen been at? Because I had remembered before when you had asked me, like, is it you or do I hiccup and belch and gurgle and all that more in live streams? And then I'm like, wait a minute, where's she at? Like, where's she been missing? Are you okay? Well, have things been okay? I was like, wait a minute. This is a pretty color. That does sound delicious. I'm glad you're here, Skinny Queen. You have a new request. Am I ready? I'm not ready right now, but I'll circle back to it and write it down. So you can go. Oh my gosh. Tanya requested a butterfly look. She said I control it out, so I'm excited about this. So we're going to do a split face look. And y'all hear something that's funny to me in a roundabout kind of way? Because I just call them split face looks because one half is one look, one half is another look. And then watching Glow Up, they call it a split face look too. So I'm thinking maybe, okay, either I did just make that up or I heard them say it in the previous seasons, which I'm rewatching the older seasons. And I heard them say it and it just was in like the recesses of my mind somewhere. But recently when they said it in one of the old episodes that I'm rewatching, I was like, what? They were like, oh, she's doing a split face look. And I went, I be saying it. So it really is a thing. But I'm wondering if I heard them. I had to have heard them say it before because these are all old seasons. So that is a thing. We're going to take this just because we can. This shade is Palladian. And we're going to pop this on the inner corner just because you've been hibernating. Oof, I go through that too. So it adds just a little bit of lightness. Not much, but a little bit. Look like it belongs there. Like it doesn't look like, oh my God, look at that bright color right there. But compared to the rest of the lid, I do like how it just gives like a little sign. So what's your request, Skinny Queen? Also, your granddaughter wanted to request. I'm going to say, okay. Does she watch with you? Does she watch my live streams with you? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't need this brush. Do I? The hourglass number 6. And my notepad is on my desk. And Michelle A. Davison, because there's like 4 different Michelles that watch me every now and then. Dang, what was it? Maleficent. She wanted me to do a Maleficent look. And she had posted a picture on in my community here on where y'all can go in and just make a post. She put a picture there. What am I looking at? What am I looking for? I think this might make me look dusty. We're going to put this one. If it makes me look dusty, then we'll do this one. So this is going to go in this area up here. This one is Lucy. I'm going to take Lucy. I didn't tell y'all the name of the first shade. Oscar was the first one. This inner corner shade Palladium, I did say that. So now we're going to take Lucy and see what she got to offer. Why did I say that like that? I said that like I was from Manhattan. What she got to offer. When I was in Job Corps, a lot of people thought I was from New York. And I thought it was weird, but I think it was my attitude. Because I've always had a don't fuck with me attitude. And so I'm like, no, I'm from New Jersey. And so, of course, then they thought North Jersey. I'm like, no, South Jersey. And they were like, oh. That just all kind of blends together. She's a WE fan and she wants you to do an school-inspired look. Please send a picture because I don't know who that is. Just like I know who Gene Simmons was. I remember hearing Gene Simmons' name, but I was like, I can't picture, like, what he looked like. Yeah, post it on my tab. Super a troll twist. Y'all know I could do some twists. This is very blah. This shade does work well with that shade because it does just blend into one shade. And that's what they were doing back then, y'all. I mean, I hate, we're doing period makeup looks. Request by Janet. And it is fun just to do something I don't normally do. You know what I mean? Lower lash line. Y'all know I want to do something dark on lower lash line, but they didn't do stuff like that. I'm going to take Marlon over here. I don't know who it is either. I didn't know who it was either. And she showed me and said, do you think Miss Dion can create something like this? Oh, that's so cute. If I can't, I'm going to pretend I can. One thing y'all know, we're going to do a look. We're going to do a look. Excuse me. How come I didn't take anything out for lunch and dinner? Girl. Damn. This eye is tearing upward. This side. This is really how those looks were back then. But at least for the 50s, like the blush was pop, 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 and the contour was strong. And so it was that thing that people still hold to this day. Do a bold cheek, do a nude eye, or vice versa. But what I do appreciate about this 50s look is it was a coral lip. So at least there was like more color. Even though there was more color on the cheek and the lip and the eye is like snooze fest. But it's interesting to just do different things sometimes. Am I trying to convince myself? Yes. I just like playing the makeup. So I do enjoy doing these looks and looking back over the decades. I'm just pressing in over here because I'm pressing in over here. This is the side that's tearing upward. And it's starting to disturb the shadow. So we're just pressing it back in. She won't know the difference. To be honest, the girl she's referring to just looks crazy. Oh, we can do crazy. We can do crazy. Are we supposed to be doing something dewy? We're not going to put anything under the arch. And y'all like, girl, did you leave that triangle alone? Yes, we do love being creative. Just love doing stuff. That's why I had that brush out. But we're going to do this one. And we're going to take Flutter. It's supposed to be dewy, but I'm not putting Vaseline or oil on my lips tonight. I'm just not. I just want to see if this is going to make it kind of glowy. No. Yo, I watched my live last night this morning after I got in bed. I be making some faces. I be making some faces. I be like, girl. And I guess y'all are used to it. Because I be looking like, girl, why you? I'm all like, I'm like, I don't even realize at the time I'll be doing this sometimes. Unless I just catch a glimpse and I'll be like, oh, damn, girl, stop making that face. Yeah, that don't look glowy. But I'm not putting, it does have a nice sheen to it, though. Like, the light definitely follows it. Yeah, that's all we're going to do with that. We ain't, that gave me some fallout, too. All right, that's it for the palette. We're going to go back to Mood Light. And we're going to put this under here because this will camouflage the fallout. This eye right here is still tearing and it's starting to tear downward a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a note on my neighbor's door. Because there's no, if it's a package, there's nowhere to even put it. They do have an outgoing mail slot. So if you get somebody's mail that's not yours, you can just put it back in the slot. And that's the mail that the mail person picks up and then delivers. And they would see it and be like, oh, this is for such and such box. And then just put it in the correct box. But if it's a package, there's nowhere to put it. But for me, though, the few times I have gotten other people's mail, even if it wasn't in my building, like I've driven across a development before to leave a package on their door. And I put a note on it. This was in such and such number mailbox, just so like they would know that I drove over here. That is glowy. Should I put this on my lid? Let me take another hourglass of a 3 brush. Just a heads up, when you look at the picture, the lady, prepare yourself because you got a jump scare. But she kind of shoved her iPad in my face and was like, look, Grammy, this lady. We're gonna, yo, this is my first time ever putting a face powder on my lids. And that ain't make, that didn't really make a difference. I have never put face powder on my lid. And I know a lot of people do that with the Hourglass face palettes. I have never. This is my first time. I've never done that. Upper lash line. Excuse me for that clank, y'all. Usually this thing is full of brushes by the time I'm done, but because we only used a few for the eye look, like this is it. Sometimes this thing be almost full. Especially if I do one look on each eye. Eyeliner. I'm thinking to do... Y'all could tell I ain't feeling it. I think I'm going to do Midnight Snack, which is a gray. From MAC. This is their fluid line. Oh, this eye is really tearing. It's not as noticeable when I have a shimmer on my inner corner because of how the light hits it. But when it's a matte, you can definitely tell, like, oh, yeah, there's a hole in her shadow over there. Y'all, this is like... I gotta, like, dig in here. I've been using this thing. So what to say? Full brows, high arch, strong blush and strong contour, high blush placement. No, we didn't really go too high. Well, higher than usual. Dewy eyeshadow, mascara, full lined lip, a coral lip. I don't have a coral lip. My closest will be on the runway, and that's orange. And I don't think I have a coral eyeshadow to put on my lip. I'm sure I do now that I think about it, because we have all the colors. But then because I don't know what colors are, because I thought red was no, when I saw coral. So I remember I told y'all the story about the dress. I bought it because it was a red dress. And I showed it to a friend of mine, and they were like, oh, that's a pretty coral dress. I said, what? She said, that's a pretty coral dress. And I didn't say anything. And I'm like, because I bought it because to me it was red. Picture posted. Thank you, Skinny Queen. I'll look at it after the live and write it down. And so I took a picture of the dress and I sent it to another friend of mine. Now, these two, they didn't know each other. So I sent her a picture of it and she wrote back, "That's a pretty coral color." I'm like, damn it. I bought it because I thought it was red. It wasn't red. It wasn't red. It was not red. I don't even think they had wings. That was so automatic for me to just do this. I don't think they had wings. So pictures because this little lady picked 3 so you can see the different angles. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And it is helpful to see different angles because sometimes I'll see a picture and it's just like this. And if they have designs here, it's like I don't know how far back it goes. You know what I mean? Like, does it taper? Does it just stop? Like was it the Queen of Hearts? Look. Yeah, because she had and I was like, I don't know how far back it goes. I got a piece of fluid line on my face. I don't think they had wing liner in the 50s. And this side is longer than this side. It has been raining, the road is wet. I can hear it. I don't think they did wing liner. I did this yesterday, but I forgot to do the other side. So when I looked at the pictures, it's just like, girl, I did one side and then do the other side. And it was with that yellow liner, so it was like very noticeable that I had on liner. But people was digging it too. So thank you, Michelle A. Davidson, when you watch this. Thank you, Skinny Queen, on Instagram. A couple of them were like, love that yellow. Thank you. Mascara, before I forget, I did take it out. It's sitting right here. Just I'm glad we did the wings, even though it was by accident, because it does give something to the eye look. Of course, I like the face situation because of the popping blush. And I want to go get my toothpaste. But I still have enough for probably another 4 days, at least 3, depending on like how hard I can squeeze the damn tube at the top. I got it all folded over. Oh my gosh. Fold it over and then dent it in the middle, how you be like. There would be the package that I didn't have in my box. Like, man. But I do need to go check and see how much gas I have. Because I do not want to get more gas just to go down there tomorrow and then go back Sunday for work. And I just thought it was ironic that they never got back to me. Well, they said they would let me know if I can teach a class down there. Teach another one, I should say. And now here you are asking me if I can do something. So I do want to be a team player. But like, can you play on the team too? Can you play on the team too? And so I took it as a no. When they were like, oh, I'll think about it. Yeah, okay. Okay. And some people are just, I mean, we all have our ways. We all do. I said that to one of my aunts one time. She was like, no, I don't. I said, yeah, you do. I said, you have your ways. I said, we all have our ways. She's like, I don't. And I'm like, yeah, okay. We all have our ways. We all have something that somebody else would be like, or like it's funny, like, but in a sarcastic way. And we all have our ways. The thing is do you know you have ways, and do you know what your ways are? Because one thing I'm a fan of, as y'all know, is holding self accountable, knowing who you are, accepting who you are, and if you feel like there's something you want to change about yourself, just so you can be a better person for yourself, not for anybody else, but for yourself, then by all means, go for it. I don't know what lip to do. I want to toggle really quick. Oh, boy. Okay, I'm not missing any. What lip? I do want to say somewhat true to. I wonder if to the lip. I wonder if I put down a black lip liner and then put this on top of it, even though this is orange, like, will that help it not be so orange? Let's try it. Excuse me, because I don't have any coral lips, and I wouldn't because I don't. We have always red. You don't see my face. I'm still having dinner. Okay. This is always red. It's not. Or put this over black. But I want to see if this is going to change the color of this. I forgot that this was over here. Because my other Sephora one is over here with my other lipsticks. So let's just put line the lips with the black liner and then put that lipstick on it and see what it does. Because I know I don't have a coral lip. Because I would not have a coral lip. This is pretty. This would work with the eye look. But that's not coral. I don't know what color it is. I know it's not coral. Pretty. This is nice. It didn't say if it was matte or not. Did they have shimmer lipsticks back then? This is Red Wine Supernova. I kind of want to do that one. That's not coral either. We're going to line our lips with this. Black lips from NYX. I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner. I ain't even take anything out. It's one of them faces I'm talking about. You making some faces. Has anyone else had a problem with autocorrect changing real words to other real words? I swear. It does it without art. Yeah. And if, a lot of times for me, when I put the word out, it'll change it to put. And I'm like, if I wanted to type put, I would have put, not out. I do not like autocorrect. It always corrects to something that is not what I wanted to say. But yeah, when it's a real word and it changes to a different real word, it's like I typed the word I actually wanted. Didn't I do this yesterday? Line the lips with this. It's pretty. Pretty. Out in art, yeah. I'm not going to do this or do the orange. I just want to see. I don't know if I'm going to keep this on here or not, but. The black is eating it. I am so goofy. The black is eating this orange. This is a nice pukey grunge color. This would be a nice two-tone lip. Like, keep it just like that. Oh, man. I hate using bullet lipsticks. Not hate. It's hard for me to always end up turning it this way to use the pointy side to get over here. And I'll be watching people use bullet lipsticks. And I'm just like, I struggle. Oh, that's a nice pukey color. I'm going to have to clean this off. That's a nice pukey color. I like it, but that's not what this look is calling for. I am using a lipstick applicator to just wipe off some of this black off of here. Yo, that black ate it. That is so pretty, though. We're going to put Red Wine Supernova on top of it as soon as I finish cleaning some of this black off. Because if I leave it sitting here, I'll forget. And if I leave it open, I'll knock it over and break it. I know me. So we got most of it off. I know me. I'll knock it over and break it. Okay. And of course, got some on my finger. I think it was a Mac post on Instagram, and they were showing how to depot your liquid lipsticks. And so they would roll it up, take it off, put it into a palette, smooth it out, and they did that for all these lipsticks. And so somebody commented that that is still like such a waste, and because it's still product in here. And so what a couple of people commented was that they would pop the top off, like maybe down to here. They would take this off, and then what was left in here, they would scoop out, put in the palette, and then put the top back on there. So when you opened it, it still looked like this, and you can still use it like this. And I'm like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And they were like, that way you still get to use it, and it still looks like a regular lipstick, and there is no waste. Because if you just pop the top off and use that to put in the palette, this is starting to itch where it is creasing from the tears. But I'm like, that's a good idea. And they were like, it still looks like a regular lipstick, and you can still use it like a regular lipstick and have, what was down inside in the palette. Red line. Oh my gosh. This black is eating it. I'm going to put a lot. Let me know if this does turn coral. We are going over the lip line to cover the black. That is pretty. But then I'll spell something wrong and it does nothing. You have one job. I know, right? It's like, you got one job. I'll be scared I jack up the bullet putting it back in the case. You just scrape it out once it gets low. Yeah, they made it look easy, of course. They just pop it off. Just pull it straight off. Well, not pull it straight off, yeah, but they would just, there you go. Is this turning coral? No. This side right here is looking really red. I think I went above the line. So let's take this above the line. Is that coral? I know it's not. But I do like it. Is that coral? I kind of think it is. I don't know. I like that. Yeah, so they would just, and then just take it off, and I'm not a fan of blue lipsticks. I want him to come out with liquid lipsticks, a black one, which I don't think he will ever do. So this is the look that we have, y'all. We are good for time again. What? What is happening here? I do like the blurred effect of the brows. Of course, I love the pop, 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 and cheek. I really do like the look. I'm glad we did the wings. I'm glad we did the white on the inner rims. I like what you're doing. Thank you, Tom. Oh, my. Thank you, Tom. Your Bruce was thanking you, too. I do a test run with $1 lippy first. Yeah, because them MAC ones is expensive. Yeah. So we are going to go, y'all. Thank you. I'm going to take pictures, post this on Instagram. Yeah, because I always do that. And then I do a short and a reel. And well, it doubles as one. Thank you, Janet. In person, they looking real smudgy up here. But I do actually like it, though. I do actually like it. What's that CED thing Janessa talk about? The cosmetic effect of distance and darkness. I do actually like the brows. But in person, though, it just looks smudged. But I'm digging it. I might do this again. Just playing y'all makeup. Y'all need to brush my hair. I'll brush it before I take the pictures because I'm going to take this hat off. Ah, look at that. See, it's all like little... So I'll take a brush like this first. I know I just said afterwards, right? So it still kind of goes in the same direction. It just helps it lay a little better. Instead of being... So I'll do that first. This is a weird piece right here because there's like a permanent like line right there. Even if I go back, like this part right here just wants to go where it goes. And this piece wants to go over here. This piece wants to go over here. See, the cosmetic effect of distance. What did I say? I always say it wrong. Cosmetic. Did I say that? Cosmetic effect of distance and darkness. So this just puts the finishing touches on it. And Ulta Beauty Board, when they ask about hair care products, I'm just like, do I need to do this survey? Because I'm like, I don't I don't use tools. I just use brushes and shampoo. Like that's it. Like I don't have a lot to do. I'm so cute. Okay, y'all, we are going to go. Thank you. You know what? I do like the look. Is it me? No, but is it pretty? Hell yeah. Because y'all know we do pretty looks here. So we are going to go. Thank you, y'all. We will be here. What's today? Thursday. We'll be back here tomorrow night. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow night. It is already scheduled, though. What are we doing tomorrow night? I don't know. Oh, you know what? If I am, I might have to switch it if I do agree to do that presentation. Damn it. I don't even remember what we're supposed to be doing tomorrow night, but it's scheduled, so I'll look at that and go see what my gas tank is looking like. So yeah, we're gonna go, y'all. You'll see me tomorrow, maybe. If not, definitely Monday. And we're doing Tanya's look. Was that Tanya's look? Yeah, on Wednesday, because I have an appointment at the VA on Tuesday, so we're not going to do a live on Tuesday. We're going to go, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, for popping in that are new. I appreciate you. Thank you to the replay crew. You already know y'all rock. And so we're going to go for now. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you'll see me soon. Bye.